Welcome to the BDI Empowers podcast, where experts simplify disability benefits so you don't waste years figuring them out. Now, get empowered.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the BDI Empowers podcast. I'm your host, Anna Mackey, Director of Program Services here at Bobby Dodd Institute, and I'm so glad you're joining us today. If you're a person with a disability or you're a caregiver supporting a loved one, you already know that navigating benefits can feel complicated, especially when work enters the picture. Many families worry that even a small job or part-time work might jeopardize essential supports like SSI, SSDI, or Medicaid. Today's episode is all about clarity, confidence, and empowerment. We're talking about how to keep your benefits safe while working, how to understand the rules for SSI and SSDI, and how to take advantage of the powerful work incentive programs that exist to help you succeed in the workplace without losing the supports you rely on. This is one of the most common topics we teach through our Work Incentives Planning and Assistance Program, also known as WIPA, and I'm excited to walk you through the essentials. So take a deep breath, you're in the right place, and you're not alone. Let's get started. Why understanding the right benefit matters. Before we talk about work, we need to talk about SSI and SSDI because these two programs operate in completely different ways when it comes to employment. If you're not sure which benefit you have, or if you receive a combination of both, what we call concurrent benefits, it becomes more difficult to understand how work will affect your monthly payments. So let's break it down. First, let's talk about SSI. Supplemental Security Income. Supplemental Security Income is a needs-based program designed for individuals with limited income and resources. Receiving SSI usually means you also qualify for Medicaid, which provides essential healthcare coverage. Your SSI payment can change from month to month depending on your earnings, and the program includes strict resource limits, including the $2,000 cap for individuals. Let's talk about the details of SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. Social Security Disability Insurance is based on your work history, or in some cases, a parent's work history, rather than financial need. Unlike SSI, it's not a needs-based program. Individuals who qualify for SSDI receive Medicare after a 2-year waiting period. Work activity is evaluated using a standard called substantial gainful activity, and the program includes specific work incentives such as trial work months, an extended period of eligibility, and rules for expedited reinstatement when benefits stop and need to be restarted. The reason this matters is simple. SSI is math, SSDI is a process. They're both powerful programs, just very different ones. And if you don't know which benefit you have, you can't apply the right work incentives, which can put you at risk for overpayments, unnecessary terminations, or confusion. But when you understand the rules, you can work safely and confidently. How work affects SSI. Let's start with SSI, since this is the benefit many young adults or first-time workers receive. SSI is recalculated every single month, and only your countable income matters, not the number of hours you work. I want to highlight this because it's the most persistent myth I hear. If I work more than 20 hours, I'll lose my SSI. That's not how SSI works. SSI looks at both earned income, such as wages, and unearned income, which can include SSDI if applicable, and then subtracts certain exclusions before calculating your payment. The formula works like this. Start with your gross earnings, subtract the $20 general income exclusion, subtract the $65 earned income exclusion, and then subtract any impairment-related work expenses. The remaining amount is divided by 2, and that final amount is what gets subtracted from your SSI award. The takeaway? Working always increases your total income. Your SSI may go down, but your overall financial picture goes up. Eventually, some people earn enough that their SSI check drops to 0. This is called the break-even point. But even when your check hits 0, you do not lose Medicaid. You simply move into something called 1619B, a rule that protects Medicaid for many workers earning above the SSI limit. In Georgia, this can protect Medicaid even when earning well above $30,000 per year. That's a life-changing protection, especially for anyone relying on Medicaid waivers. How work affects SSDI. Let's look at SSDI. SSDI is not a monthly calculation, it's a structured pathway. The first phase is a trial work period. You get 9 trial work months where you can earn as much as you can, even far above the substantial gainful activity level, while keeping your full SSDI check. A trial work month is triggered when gross earnings exceed the yearly trial work period threshold. These months do not have to be consecutive, but after you've used 9 trial month periods, you move to the next phase. The second phase is extended period of eligibility. For the next 36 months, Social Security looks only at one thing, whether or not you are above substantial gainful activity, which in 2025 is $1,620 gross, and in 2026, $1,690 gross. If you're below substantial gainful activity, you keep your SSDI check, but if you're above substantial gainful activity, your check is suspended for that month. You're still disabled. You're still on SSDI. You simply don't receive the payment for that month. The third and final phase is expedited reinstatement. If your earnings continue at substantial gainful activity levels after the extended period of eligibility, your benefits will terminate, but you still have 5 years during which Social Security can restart your SSDI without a new application. This process protects people who try working but later can't maintain those earnings. Tools that help you keep your benefits when working. Social Security has entire programs designed to help people work and keep their benefits safe while doing it. Let's walk through the most important tools. First, impairment-related work expenses, IRWEs. Impairment-related work expenses are disability-related costs that make it possible for you to work. These can include transportation, medications, privately paid job coaching, assistive technology, medical devices, and certain therapies. These expenses can be deducted when Social Security figures out how much of your earnings count, helping lower the amount used in your benefits calculation. IRWEs lower your countable income, helping you keep more of your SSI, stay under substantial gainful activity for SSDI, and avoid overpayments. You must submit documentation each month. These are not automatic benefits. Next, student earned income exclusion. For workers under age 22 who are still in school, SSI can exclude up to $2,350 per month and up to $9,460 per year. This is one of the most generous incentives Social Security offers. A document showing full-time enrollment is necessary to request this incentive. Moving on to PASS Plan to Achieve Self-Support. This underutilized program allows a person to set aside income or resources to reach a work goal without counting that money toward SSI eligibility. A PASS must be approved, but can be transformative for education, training, or self-employment. For medical protections, 1619B. As we discussed earlier, this provision allows you to earn above the SSI limit, keep Medicaid, keep access to Medicaid waivers, and maintain long-term supports. This is especially important for anyone relying on the NowComp waiver or other home and community-based service. Let's talk about Ticket to Work. This is a voluntary program that pauses continuing disability reviews while you're participating, helps with job supports, and is best suited for individuals whose goal is to come off of benefits. However, Ticket to Work is not always a good fit if someone will always need Medicaid due to a waiver because it encourages work at higher levels that may exceed substantial gainful activity. This is where individualized counseling becomes important. Common questions families ask. Let's take a moment to walk through some of the most common questions families ask us based on real conversations in our WIPA program. Will work affect my Medicaid? If you're on SSI, your SSI check may go down, but Medicaid is protected through 1619B. If you're on SSDI only, your Medicaid status depends on why you receive Medicaid, for example, through a waiver or income-based category. Different Medicaid tables apply, and a benefits counselor can walk you through your specific case. My child works part-time. Will they lose their SSI? Not necessarily. SSI decreases gradually based on countable income, but overall, the individual will always have more money when working. What happens if my loved one eventually qualifies for SSDI based on my work record? This is called adult dependent child or childhood disability beneficiary status. However, there's an important rule. If someone consistently earns over substantial gainful activity, they may be prevented from ever qualifying for this type of SSDI in the future. This is one reason future planning is so important. Can we use ABLE accounts or special needs trusts while working? Yes, and they can help protect resources from SSI's 2,000 limit. But remember, depositing earnings into an ABLE account does not prevent wages from being counted as income. Earnings must still be reported. How do we avoid overpayments? The 3 biggest tips: report earnings every month before the 10th, keep all pay stubs and receipts, and work with a benefits counselor who can track your work incentives. How to get help: WIPA and benefits navigation. Working and maintaining benefits is absolutely possible, but doing it alone can be overwhelming. Here's what I want every listener to know. If you or your loved one receives SSI or SSDI and is working or wants to work, you're eligible for free benefits counseling through our Work Incentive Planning and Assistance Program. In Georgia, BDI serves 54 counties with these services. You can be connected to a counselor by calling the Ticket to Work helpline, or if you're in BDI service area, reaching out to us directly. We also encourage every family to schedule a free consultation with our benefits navigation team at bobbydodd.org. This is where we talk through the big picture questions about future planning, Medicaid waivers, estate planning, ABLE accounts, and long-term supports. You don't have to figure this out on your own. We're here to help. Summary and key takeaways. The key takeaways from today's episode are that SSI and SSDI operate very differently, so understanding which benefit you receive is essential for safe employment planning. Working does not mean losing benefits. It simply requires reporting your earnings and using the right work incentives. SSI decreases gradually with income, and Medicaid remains protected through 1619B, even when your SSI payment reaches 0. SSDI follows a clear structure, including the trial work period, extended period of eligibility, and expedited reinstatement to support a return to work. Impairment-related work expenses can reduce countable income, and tools like ABLE accounts and special needs trusts help protect resources, though income still must be reported. It's also important to understand how working above substantial gainful activity may affect future disabled adult child eligibility. Most importantly, you don't have to navigate this alone. Free assistance is available through WIPA and BDI's Benefits Navigation Program. Thank you so much for joining me today on the BDI Empowers podcast. I know benefits can feel overwhelming, especially when taking steps towards independence and employment. But with the right information and the right support, you can work, grow, and pursue your goals while keeping the benefits that keep you safe. If today's episode sparked questions or you'd like help understanding your own situation, please visit us at bobbydodd.org to schedule your free benefits navigation consultation, or email us anytime at empowers@bobbydodd.org. We release new episodes on the first Tuesday of every month, so be sure to subscribe and stay connected. Until next time, take good care of yourself, and remember, we're with you every step of the way.
This was BDI Empowers, your guide to independent living. Join us again next month to learn more about simplifying disability benefits.